When the world preaches truth but acts only in self-interest, this is what you need to understand. Honesty, a somewhat simple concept, the state of being truthful. A man who is honest is truthful consistently and without fail. An honest man does not permit fear or personal inconvenience to interfere with the truth. Such a man is truthful out of self-respect and personal standards of conduct. Yet, friend, there may be another side of honesty that is not as direct and straightforward, a side that is oftentimes forgotten. An honest man may also have sensitivity, tact and compassion, and such a combination may create in him the instinct of balancing truth with timing and appropriateness. And since a story will cement an idea 8,000 times better than a simple statement, I am going to delight you with one that will underline this point. I heard this tale from a friend of mine who was one day sitting at the hospital bedside of one of his close friends, a man of good character who was sadly dying of cancer and whose son had recently been arrested in another city for selling drugs. His dying friend, unaware of his son's arrest, asked him, "Where's my son? He told me he will come. Surely he will come to see me before I die." My friend, knowing that he would probably die within an hour, simply replied, "He is making every effort to get here quickly, but most flights are booked. He'll get here." His friend died shortly after that conversation, knowing in his heart that his son was doing his best to get to him. After sharing his story with me, he asked me in a very direct fashion, "Do you think I was wrong for not telling him the truth?" And without hesitation I told him, "No." You see, friend, sometimes the blunt and direct truth is not good enough. Sometimes someone's character should be rewarded, and this man that I call a friend, who was careful in what he said to his dying friend, did not lose his reputation for honesty because of his kindness. Honesty is about how we treat others in terms of directness and fairness, and there are occasions when, despite our best efforts, we will miss the mark in getting our ideas across when using the plain truth. Honesty is more than simply words. Intent plays a big role in the honesty of a message. Body language, from the shake of a head to the folding of arms, can communicate a response, and even silence can transmit a profound meaning to the one receiving it. When you will be analyzing situations, friend, when you will dare to look for honesty and truth in people, you have to look beyond the words, because in a world that is either honest or dishonest, grounded in truth or fully lying, my friend from the story I just shared with you might be labeled as a dishonest liar, while smooth-talking politicians that have long been masters of positioning their words so that they can shift the meaning from their statements as a matter of convenience and interest will be seen as honest. And if we wish to have a better society, if we desire a world in which honesty and compassion coexist, we can both agree that balancing truth with timing and appropriateness is the way to go. Never forget, friend, that having good intentions behind your actions while also considering everyone impacted by them is an honest and fair attitude. Honesty is more than simple truthfulness, because it derives from respect for others as well as yourself, and this includes tactful respect for the emotions of other people. This does not mean that you will have to misinterpret the truth to be considered an honest man. This simply means that you need to see the pendulum swing of truth that you have to consider when weighing in the situation together with another's vulnerability and the usefulness of what you are about to say or do. When you will look out in the world, friend, the situation gets a bit more complex, and you will quickly notice the opportunities that exist for companies, institutions and individuals with bad intentions to take advantage of the ones who are honest. An honest man, an honest company will look out for such good people to make sure they understand in what kind of relationship they are getting into. The dishonest ones will only look for opportunities to take advantage of them, even though the words that they share and the advertisements that they craft sound like passages from the most virtuous books. Understand, friend, that the honest people are an admirable but still small segment of our society. Such people are not asking for a pass to get ahead, nor looking for an opportunity to skip hard work, but are people that care, willing to take responsibility and contribute to the world around them, and without an upward success path for them in our society, we are all left with little hope and motivation, drowning in the endless dark pit filled with opportunists and greed-driven rats. Let us all, you and me, choose truth and honesty, and let us teach it and applaud it whenever we have the chance. If you are a father, you probably know by now that most children experiment with honesty in their early years. When caught with a mistake, a child will try statements like "I didn't do it" or "it was him." Teach your kids in such moments with a simple withering look that truth is the better course. Give them the chance to learn the important value of honesty and allow them to change their behavior to include honesty as a preferred style, because the alternative friend will not serve them well in life. If your child's character will not be properly nurtured, the chances that he may lapse into dishonesty under pressure or stress will increase. If he will end up being part of an organization's leadership, his behavior will also reflect on the culture he creates around him. And as we already discussed, rebuilding the Western world requires rebuilding individuals and organizations by making integrity-centered leadership the keystone and the only path. Dare, friend, to place honesty as your highest value and put focus also on the removal from important positions of those who do not operate in this way, because the restoration of trust in our society cannot be built upon the bitter clay of dishonesty. It requires the fertile soil of truth. Will you dare to embrace the tough path of honesty and compassion, or will you gladly misuse the truth with every opportunity that you have out of the selfish desire to get ahead, regardless of the impact your actions have on everyone else? Your choice will impact everyone around you.